YouTube, what it do, and what it don't do, man. What's happening, guys? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody, man? It's your boy Self-Conscious, man. It's your boy Self-Conscious, man, and I'm back. I'm back again. I'm back with an update, man. I'm back with an update. I'm back with an update on my physical health, man. Whew. Subscribers only, fans only, supporters only. Fuck the haters. We ain't even worried about the haters, man. Ain't worried about the haters. Based on what I seen yesterday, boy, I ain't even worried about your haters, boy. Yeah, man. It's a lot of hate going on out there, man. People wishing bad on me, boy. Man, I'm just getting home from the doctor or whatever, bro. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Yeah, y'all see, then they took everything off. I'm good, right? I'm good, right? Yeah, I'm good, man. God is good, man. God is good. That's all I can say, man. I'm gonna go give y'all an update. I'm gonna give y'all guys an update on what's going on with me and stuff like that, because I feel as though at the end of the day, you know, my supporters deserve to know, man. You know what I'm saying? My supporters deserve to know what's going on with me. Good morning, Joe. Um, so what's happening, man? This started earlier this year. I was having issues with my urine discoloration, man. My urine was like dark orange and all kinds of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And my back started hurting on me. And at that time I was working. So I went to see my doctor and stuff like that, and then they ended up setting me up with a neurologist, man, and urologist or whatever you call them. And they did an MRI on my abdomen. And they was literally trying to figure out what was going on, you know, what was creating my, my urine to be as dark as it was. I mean, it got to a point where I stopped drinking sodas. I was drinking more water. I'm talking about I was drinking way more than the 8 cups required daily. But every time I would urine, man, my shit was still like dark orange and brown and stuff like that. And so I finally went and had the MRI did on, like I said, on my abdomen or whatever. And they spotted a tumor on my right kidney. And so they set me up. They done eventually they would do a kidney biopsy. It was a 3-hour surgery. They put me to sleep. This was May of this year when they did the biopsy, right? And I appreciate everybody, man, that you know what I'm saying, that's been supporting me, man, and saying all the positive things and stuff like that. There was a few knuckleheads yesterday, but I know that's gonna be like that with me. You know, I always have some haters out there, and I'm cool with that because God is my protector, and guys like y'all. So anyway, I had the 3-hour biopsy surgery in May. And so basically what they're doing now, when they did the surgery, they did a sample of the thing that was on my kidney, and it was cancerous, right? It was cancerous, but they caught it before it spread it. And I feel blessed to be able to announce that to y'all guys, that it was caught before it spread it or whatever, right? And so basically now what's going on, they are monitoring the process. They decided to run another test on me. This time they did a CAT scan, a CT, where they give you the what they call it. Yep, that's right, gang. They gave me some stuff in an IV, man, so they could see inside of my body, because they want to make sure that well, the biopsy was successful. By the grace of God, the biopsy was successful, but they want to make sure everything is still like it's supposed to be. And so I am going to see the neurologist on the 9th of this upcoming month, and then I'm scheduled to see the guy that ordered the biopsy surgery that they done on me in May and December. So, by the grace of God, man, I feel good. Yesterday it was a concern because before they done it, she was like, hey, we got to draw some blood first to make sure. Yes, on my kidneys. Yep. To make sure, right? To make sure that your kidneys are functioning properly before we do the contrast. you know, everybody can't just do the contrast if your kidneys is not right. So they done the lab work, and that came back successful. And like I said, I had to go through the procedures, you know, get undressed and get on the table and go through this huge machine where it can, you know, pretty much pick up, you know, everything inside of my body or whatever. And so yesterday I was just drained out, guys. I was just drained out yesterday. I wanted to come back, and I was like, you know what, man, this is your health, bro. Like, you gotta you gotta just, you know, calm down, chill out a little bit, and you know, and if people's gonna support you, they gonna support you regardless. Appreciate that. I appreciate all the positive comments um in the chat, bro. And like I said, if people support you, they gonna support you, man. And that's what I've been learning a lot of stuff from like people like, to be honest with you, CJ on 32s. I know I've said some things about him in the past. And it's not like I dislike the brother, I hate the brother. It's just me speaking facts and truth. But you know, I remember that one quote CJ on 32s was like, man, you know, some YouTubers, they scared to take a day off of the internet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, bro, like when you get yourself up in that algorithm, bro, when you see how close you are to achieving that goal or whatever you setting for yourself, you know, from a social media standpoint, you know what I mean? You don't wanna, you know, you want to keep going. But then I thought about it. I was like, you know what, man, I need to just go ahead and relax, bro, and get myself together, man, because you know what I'm saying, my health is my wealth. You know what I'm saying? So like, and sometimes I also think, right, I want to share something with y'all since I'm on this conversation, right? I do have a video that I want to cover here shortly. This video, I just want to kind of like give y'all guys a update on my physical health, and you know what I'm saying, and just, you know, just give y'all guys a better understanding of, you know, what's going on and stuff like that, man. And I was telling y'all guys, man, a lot of y'all don't know, bro. Man, I've been incarcerated, man, and you know, this is a story I want to share. I'm gonna at some point I'm gonna figure out a way to find one of these big platforms, right? You know, one of these platforms that's not biased, that will accept me and allow me to share my story, because a lot of y'all guys don't know, bro. Like, it wasn't always fun and games with me. It wasn't always grits and bologna and bacon and eggs and shit. You feel me? Like, I've been through some things in my life, man, and that's one of the reasons why I go as hard as I go. It's one of the reasons why I have the energy that I have, because when you've been sitting down for so many years of your life, you've been deprived, because I felt like I've been deprived, man. You know, I've been incarcerated. We talking about almost 21 years in prison, right? One thing I'm gonna say, right? I don't have to make nothing up. That's one thing I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna sit here and just say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just on the bullseye tip, right? You know what I'm saying? But I've been incarcerated, man, and I went in at a real early age. You know, we talking, you know, still kids, still living with my moms. You feel what I'm saying? So, and like I said, man, you know, I want to share my story, bro, you know, but I want it to be at the right moment, at the right time, on the right platform where I could reach, you know, millions of people, man, like kids now that's coming up, you know, doing some of the things that I was doing when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sort of like, you know, sharing your story, your testimony, you know, giving someone the opportunity to learn from your mistakes versus having to learn from their own, that type of situation. Um, so like I say, man, there's a lot of stuff that y'all guys don't know about me, you know, being incarcerated, you know what I'm saying, where this is where a lot of my political thought process or pattern came from, you know, reading books, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, very historical, man. There's a lot of stuff that I bring to the table. And like I said, you know, for y'all guys, y'all know just as well as I know, there's two sides to everybody, bro. Just like it's two sides to every story, it's two sides to every book that you read. Like, it's two sides, man. And I'm just waiting for my moment. I'm literally waiting for my moment to have the opportunity to share that you know what I'm saying, with not just my platform, but with the world. You know what I'm saying? I want that golden opportunity because I feel as though at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's that's something that I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It's all about adding on to the legacy. You know what I'm saying? When you strive to leave a legacy behind and stuff like that, bro, you like, some people scared to talk about they past. Me, quite honest, to be quite frank and honest about the whole entire situation, I think talking about my past, it not only helps me to continue to grow daily as a person, but it gives me the opportunity to be able to be some type of inspiration, you know what I'm saying, to the next person that may be, facing a lot of trials and tribulations, somebody that, maybe going through a lot of ups and downs and a lot of different channels in their lives or whatever, because to be honest with you, we all deal or battling with something with inside, and it sometimes it takes a conversation or you opening up to someone to make your situation entirely different, to become better and contribute to what it really is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those moments, bro, that, I got caught up in this moment yesterday and I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, think about this. This is social media, right? This is something that you love to do, right? But at the same time, think about your physical composition, bro. Think about your health. Take a day away, bro, because like I said, regardless, this is not a life or death situation. It's not like I have to be on YouTube or I have to be on Instagram. Like I don't have to do any of that. I mean, really, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not mandatory. You know what I'm saying? This is a choice. You know what I'm saying? This is not an obligation. I'm not obligated to live stream. This is something that I chose to do because, like, I literally worked radio before. I mean, I didn't work it for a long time because of, the pandemic when it first hit. But I literally worked in Charlotte, North Carolina at WDRB Media iHeartRadio. There's videos on my channel right now from 4 or 5 years ago. You have to just go back through my videos. And so I always had this mentality to want to be in front of a camera and be a motivation to the world, to the people, you know what I'm saying, because of what I've been through, incarceration, seeing what it's like being on the other side when you don't have really nobody there for you, and the ones that was there for you, either they died and perished on or just stepped out of your life. So I've been through the intangibles, the ups and the downs. I know what it's like, being trapped in a room in solitary confinement for 6.5 years, and which I was, you know what I'm saying, like 23 hours a day. You're coming out one day a week, you know what I'm saying, for shower, you know what I'm saying, for recreations. And when you go outside, you leave from one cage just to enter another huge ass cage. So I've been through all of that. You know what I'm saying? So my story is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, when you hear these prison stories, right? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When y'all hear these prison stories, right? You have a lot of people that like to add on. You know what I'm saying? They like to add on and make it bigger or more extraordinary than what it is when it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, prison to me, it's definitely another world in a world, right? But prison, people look at prison as being a bad thing, right? But prison to me is what you make of it, right? I went in there uneducated. I came out with a work keys and a GED. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but it's the things that you have to experience and endure. Like, you get to see how cold-hearted people can really be from that magnitude. And I'm not just talking about, the inmates. I'm talking about staff members as well. Like, motherfuckers running up in your room, spraying you with gas, chemicals and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hog tying you down, putting you in a strap chair, putting a damn spit mask over your face so you can't spit on nobody, and you sitting in this motherfucker for 12, 13, and 14 hours. They call it the restraint chair. You know what I'm saying? Or they rolling in your room, beating you up, taking you to medical, you know what I'm saying? Hiding you off somewhere and lock up, you know what I'm saying? Until you heal up and bring you back to general population. You know, you filing lawsuits based on what happened, but your mail is not leaving the facility because they got a connection with the mail room. We going through your mail to see what you write. We're going to rip your shit up so certain shit don't get out to the courts. See, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that people don't know that take place in prison. You know, seeing motherfuckers get stabbed up right in front of you over bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Dudes back there raping other men and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was at one of the most deadliest prisons in the state of South Carolina, Lee County Correctional Institution. Lee County, Lieber Correctional Institution, McCormick Correctional Institution, and Broad River in Columbia, South Carolina. Them 4 prisons right there, you want to die? Go to one of those. You feel me? But I don't glorify that shit, though. And I'm going to tell you why I don't glorify prison. And the reason why I don't talk about it, this is probably the first time I done said something about prison and fucking, oh, God knows when. Because there's nothing to talk about. But it's also good to always know and remember in the back of your mind where you came from. Good morning, Kelly. It's where you came from. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go back to that shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're locked down, they passing, they serving you bag lunches. 1 fucking boiled egg, a slice of fucking bread, and a little cup of fucking milk or juice for breakfast. You feel what I'm saying? Lunchtime, fucking bologna and cheese sandwiches, the bologna turning green and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you can take this bologna and set it out in the sun, and about 2-3 minutes, that shit cook up, and it's crazy. You have to see it. But this is what you put inside of your physical composition. You know what I'm saying? So it's no coincidence a lot of people's come out of prison unhealthy. It's because the stuff that you was forced to consume while you was within the belly of the beast. Because if you don't have no outside support, if you don't have people sending you nothing in from the streets back there, man, it's rough. You either wash the nigga clothes, you shining the nigga shoes, you know what I'm saying? You doing something, you know what I'm saying, to come up to have what you need. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this right here, bro. Yesterday was just like a perfect reminder for me. Like, bro, you got to put yourself first, man. You got to put yourself first. Because one thing I learned about in life, it don't matter how good you are doing. It don't matter how good you're doing. It don't matter what. You gonna always have people that don't want to see you succeed in life. That's just the laws of the land. It don't matter how good you're doing. You could be helping people. You could be, you know, whatever. It's always going to be somebody to try to knock you for what you're doing. It never fails. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes, you know, we got to deal with the realization of life, bro. We just got to take it in stride. You know what I'm saying? Like, when that shit come, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to throw no shield up. Ain't no need to run. If it's an obstacle, turn it into a golden opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And my opportunity in life is to continue, you know what I'm saying, to like do what I do, bro. Just be me. You know what I'm saying? Don't strive to imitate a characteristic that's not that of mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like at the end of the day, originality can't be duplicated. And I feel like I'm just original. I'm just the messenger, bro. Like, my incarceration has contributed to the things that I do from this magnitude or perspective, because being inside the belly of the beast, you know what I'm saying, incarceration, it allows your mind to expand. And so now things that you wouldn't allow your mind to gravitate in towards, now you allowing it to do so because you don't want to place a limitation on your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on. You can't limit when you place a limitation on your mind, basically, you know what I'm saying, you limiting yourself to any and all other opportunities that may derive. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's an opportunity within everything that exists in life. But people have their own different perceptions, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we may not stand on the same foundational platform, but I always tell people we all have similarities for us when it comes to thinking. You know, I may want to do something in the community for the kids. You might want to do something in the community for the kids, but you might want to do it a totally different way from the way that I want to do it. But at the end of the day, your way and my way still have a coexistence and perfectly coincide with each other. You feel me? So with that being said, I actually started my journey on social media, working in the community, you know what I'm saying, with at-risk kids. And I still do that now. I am literally a part of a nonprofit organization called Destined for Change, right? And so with my few struggles in life that I've encountered or endured, I'm striving to get back on my feet, to get back more active with what I do best, because it takes a sound mind, a clear mind, it takes energy, and it takes consistency to make any and all things, you know what I'm saying, formulate and come together and work. So my thing is, at the end of the day, it's like, how can I speak to the people, not at the people, but speak to the people? How can I do this without people's misinterpreting what I'm saying, or people saying like, man, F that dude, bump that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like my opinion was just so superior or so abnormal to them. It's like, oh, he think he better than me, or you know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking like why can't people like literally accept someone's blueprint? Because that's all, like life is a blueprint, bro. We just here for a minute. We just here for a moment. We're not here forever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to look at it from a biblical standpoint, Adam and Eve, quote unquote, they took that forever thing away. You feel me? So my thing is like, why can't I exercise my ability, right, to mobilize how a person encage or enrich me as to being, and manifest a whole totally different picture to whereas one that the world can accept. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, like, oh yo, you heard what he just said? Man, dude just said some shh. You feel me? Like, oh wow, like I didn't know that. I've been captivated. I've been inclined and enriched in somebody else's way of speaking. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody don't have the same style or delivery of speaking. Everybody's manifestation is not the fucking same. Like you might manifest something on a whole totally different astrological plane than myself. Like what the fuck? Like, damn, this dude mind is like out there, fucking Pluto, Mars or some shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to think about it. I've done a lot of fucking book reading when I was incarcerated. Appreciate that. I've done a lot of fucking reading and a lot of studying. Like I read one fucking book, Behold a Pale White Horse. And I read this book. And it's like I could literally take that book and apply what I was going through with inside of this book, because it was just that fucking, it was like a magnetic of attraction. It's like my mind was like and captivated in this shit. It's like I was allowing my mind to be criminalized or just allowed this book to take over my shit. But what I'm saying is, we take life for granted. We take life for granted, bro. We play with life. And what I mean about I can't speak individually, right? So I got to speak as a whole, as a collective. We take life for granted. We play with life. We play with life. We play with opinions. We play with facts. We play with other people's way of thinking. Because we have this persona that, shit, man, nigga, you can't tell me nothing. Like everything that I say or everything that I do is just fucking 1000% right. There is no room for error. So if there's no room for error, then guess what? There's no room for correction. There is no room for rectification. There is nothing to rectify because I'm just 100% right. But if you look at it from a reality standpoint, nobody's fucking perfect. We strive for perfection. Yes, I strive for perfection, but we will never be a perfect people. Why? Because the flesh is weak and vulnerable to a tremendous amount of things that exist in life, bro. God knows that. You will never be perfect. I manifest it to you. The same way you got in your car this morning, you're not going to enter your car the same way tomorrow. Yes, you're going to open the door. Yes, you're going to sit down. But are you going to do this like yesterday? Take this paper and move it? You're not going to do that. You feel me? So you will never be perfect. You can strive for perfection. You can perfectionalize. In other words, control what you can control. And the things that you can't control, you allow God to control for you. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, right, I'm going to sum this all up, right? It's like a revolving door. What goes around comes around. You know what I'm saying? What goes up must come down. There's nothing new up under the sun. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why are people, right? Listen to this. Why are people so equipped or so into depth with trying to expose something or someone when there is nothing that warrants exposure? What is it to expose? Other than the world is fucked up. We all know that. We know the world is effed up, and pardon my language. We know this, right? We know what the problem. Why are we sitting here battling with inside, right? About this problem that we know exists. Why not just become the solution to the problem, fix the problem? And one thing I know and understand, the world will never be perfect. There is going to always be a positive and a negative. There will always be a positive and a negative element. One can never live without the other. It's like a magnetic of attraction. If I got a magnet in my hand and this is a fucking piece of metal, whoop, whoop, that's what you can expect. But here's the option, right? You have an option. You can pick and choose your sides. You can pick and choose your size. And that's what I've been kind of like striving to do. Like pick my side. Like, hey, like, dude, your fucking mind is just on some other stuff. That's the mark of the beast, man. So what I'm saying is, when you allow God to become in associations with all that you do, it's going to literally work. God has to be the rock and the foundation to all things that you do. I mean, that's mandatorily. That is never an incorrect statement that I just made. You can never, no, that's something, you know, some things in life just can't be contested. Some things you can't say, well, you know what? Dude, you wrong. No, that statement that I just made is one that can't be contested. You cannot sit here and say, you just said something incorrectly, or you just threw out some fucking propaganda. You know, that was a lie. That was a deceitful type of statement. You can't say that because it's associated with God, the creator of all things in existence. Right? So if we know this, right? And I'm going to bag up a little bit, right? And then I'm going to swerve a little bit, right? And the reason why I'm going to do that is because, like, I had this fucking out-of-body experience. Like, boy, this shit was different. I mean, what I mean about different, and I get it, right? Y'all, a lot of y'all never heard me speak from this perspective, right? And I get that part. But today, for whatever reasons, right, I felt the need to kind of like not channelize, right? Not channelize, right? Not determinize, right? But to kind of like cultivate, right? Rejuvenate, right? Bounce back in a way or in a sense where I could kind of like share my astronomical thoughts to y'all guys, where you can be like, oh shit, he said this and he said that. That's just like when I read some comments, I'm like, oh shit, like bro really said that shit. Like, what the fuck? Some old ebonical shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about some real live astronomical shit. But if you take a police officer when you are being disruptive, when you're not complying, and they just tase you. Like, yo, you like, oh shit. Be still, you resisting. They tasing the fuck out you, and you just on the ground popping and jumping and shit. And then that one moment of silence, you just don't move. You just fucking, it's like stillization now. You just in one fucking spot. Because the reality of it, your brain had detected this fucking taser. Like, be still, nigga. That shit is hurting me. You know what I'm saying? Because the body submits to the mind. The physical composition, which is your body, it submits to the will of the mind. When the mind shut down, the body shut down. Point blank period. You can't get around that. You can't get around that. So with that being said, check this out right here. Now I'm still, I can't fucking move. So now I'm rationalizing within myself. Here's a level, a form of determination. I'm trying to figure out, what do I need to do now to keep these people from hitting me with this taser? I comply. Simple as that. You do what they ask you to do. Shut up, don't move, be still. Okay, yes, sir. I'm not talking. I'm not moving. I'm still as possible. They put the restraints on me. They placed me in the car. Now everything is all gravy. Everything is all Gucci. No further incidents. So we don't have to jump on the radio and call backup and be like, hey, we need backup. You don't have to do that. So what I'm saying, right? You're right. I am all over the place, right? And once you have elevated mentally like I have, you can allow yourself to go all over the place because everything you talk about perfectly coexists with each other. That's what I'm talking about right there, right? That's the kind of stuff that I talk about right there, where everybody try to opinionize somebody about something they talking about. Why? Why do that? Why do that? Why feel inferior? Why feel inferior of the next person? I don't get it. Everybody has the potential. Everybody has the tools that it takes. You know what I'm saying? To philosophize whatever you want to do and say in this life. Like why? You know what I'm saying? It's just like being fucking steadfast or understanding life for what it is and not kind of like, you know, bending corners or trying to use other words to sub something out that's going to take away the quality or the originality of whatever statement that you're trying to make. So we got to think about all that. All this stuff really matters, bro. It's like, it's not some shit that you can say, well, okay, let me think about this right here. Technicality number one. Technicality number two. Where is the genuine material facts? Where is due process? Where the fuck is this man's First Amendment's rights to the U.S. Constitution? Why is this so much cruel and unusual punishment being inflicted or imposed on this person? It's the basic shit in life that people do not pay attention to. The way you lock in and the way I lock in, stuff totally different. I know and understand a house is nothing without a foundation. You cannot build that house starting from the top. No, it's virtually impossible. You need a platform. You need something to hold it up, to set it on, right? So I think like that. But I get it. I understand, right? This is what life produces. Life produces this level of hatred, right? Because a lot of people have a lot of hatred that's within inside of them, right? And sometimes when you have allowed your level of hatredness and towards something or someone, person, place, or thing, guess what? You don't have to allow it to come out. It's going to release itself. That's just like the bathroom. Don't use the restroom like you're supposed to. Eventually, it's going to come out your mouth. You feel what I'm saying? So take life not for granted, but look at it as a fucking a stepping stone, like a process of elimination. It's like you eliminating like fucking shit that's within your vicinity or within your circumference that don't even supposed to be there. Like, nigga, I don't supposed to be surrounded around fucking snakes and shit everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, every step I take, oh, there's a water moccasin. Oh, there's a rattlesnake. Oh, there's a cobra. Like, nah, I don't supposed to be like, I don't supposed to feel boxed in. I don't want to feel cluttered. It's almost like being a fucking, a mental neat freaker. You know what I'm saying? You know, like some people just neat freaks and shit. It's like, oh, Oh, let me line this up right here. No, tilt it to the side this way. No, tilt it back that way. No, push it back down. No, you got it wrong. I don't want to be like that, but I don't want to feel like I'm walking on fucking eggshells either, though. Like, crunch, crunch. Every time you walk, what the fuck? Like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like that. I want it to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be like, bam, I can get up and I can see. So if there's a snake over here, there's a snake over there, I have the ability to detect it, see it, and I don't even have to kill it. You go your way and I go my way. And that's what I'm saying about this. If you're not in acceptance with the stuff that I talk about, then guess what? Just go your way, bro. This is just fucking social media. This is social media where there's a million other people like me that comes on live, that's content creators, and just share their fucking thought process. Dude, there's a million other people like me that come on live streams, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or whatever other platform, and share their fucking thoughts. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So why place yourself in a situation psychologically, because that's what it is. You imposing psychology or this psychological trance on yourself. Like, oh shit, the messenger is live. I got to get on there. No, you don't. You don't. It's by choice. And what I want y'all guys to know, it's bigger than this. It's bigger than this. Way, way bigger than. I'm not obligated to do this, man. Do you think I wake up every morning and say, oh shit, I woke to see another day. It's time to jump on social media. Dude, guys, let's be honest, man. Let's just be honest, right? I'm a people's person, right? I love people. I fucking love people. The difference between me and a lot of other people, I really have something to talk about. I have a testimony. I have a story. A beautiful one. I'm talking about a real big fucking story, right? But at the same time, does that make me, because of who I am and what I do, does that make me more greater than you? Absolutely not. You placing that stipulation on your own self. You minimizing your own abilities. Don't allow what I do or what I say to interfere with your everyday life. Because that's what a lot of y'all guys do on my live streams. Y'all allow what I say to affect you mentally. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, damn, is this guy or is this female literally allowing me to control them mentally from a fucking stream? Are you fucking serious? What about in real life? I wonder how that would be off camera. Guys, don't allow me to take your mind away from you. It's okay to disagree, but you don't have to disagree so aggressive or aggressively, because to me, that's a form of submission. That's a form of me seeing that you're submitting to what I'm speaking about. You may be in disagreement with whatever I'm talking about. Cool, okay. Let's just mash the gas. Let's just fucking keep going. Don't fucking stop, right? But when you pause for a second to step outside your character or your characteristics and to display something that's not that of you, you mean to tell me I am that mentally powerful and strong, right? To obliterate you from a fucking stream? To make you get outside of your character and say some of the most dumbest, harshest, ignorant that you can say? Like, oh, where are we going with this? You see what I'm saying? So yesterday was my opportunity to just pretty much sit back and say, you know what? How about you just come on live and really show the people that it's not just all about the likes and the views. Come on here and just talk what you need to talk about or what you want to talk about. And if they accept it, they accept it. If they don't, they don't. It's okay. It's life, bro. It's called life. Everybody don't want to see you succeed in life. I keep telling people that. Even some of your family. You know what Tupac say? Keep your enemy closest, but your home is even closer. Right? Tupac said, keep your enemies closer, and your home is even closer. So in other words, there is no room for discrimination or discriminizing when it comes to me, right? I'm open as a book, you know, and I just felt the need to give y'all that other side, like that other side, so you could kind of like, okay, you know what I'm saying? When you place a limitation on your mind, you hit. If you can't allow this right here to be versatile or versatile, you hit, you lost. You lost. A one track, a double, the Bible states that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. The Bible states that a double-minded individual is unstable in all their ways. That's life. That is life. I'm double-minded, but not from the aspect or the perspective that the Bible is manifesting. I'm double-minded for a good reason, right? You are double-minded as well. You, however, don't allow your double-minded thought process to manifest. You don't even allow it to peak. So when there are people like me that's not afraid to come in front of a camera and just speak, you know what I'm saying? How you feel, what you feel, or whatever it may be, right? That breeds a lot of hate, jealousness, enviness, and greed. And those are one of the corrections. Strike that. Those are the four main characteristics of the devil: lust, hate, envy, and greed. And I can just throw jealousy in there just because I can do that. If I wanted to. And that's not hypothetical speaking. That's reality talk. That's just real spill, dude. So stop allowing not just me, but other people in life, maybe people that's around you right now. Stop allowing people to control and dictate your life, your thought process, and your movement based on the things that they speak about. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop showing that you are inferior of the next person. God created everybody. We all have separate mission goals. That's right. We don't have the same goals. We don't have the same dreams. We don't have the same big aspirations. We don't all have the same shit in life, bro. Whatever your lane is, just stay in your lane. I mean, damn. We all in the race, right? If it's not your turn to cross, don't cross over. You're going to either crash into another car, you're going to crash into a wall, and you're just going to crash and burn. Like, bloop, over with. Like, damn. In your mind, you see the angels with the wings, and they just flapping and that. Like, damn, like, what the fuck? Why didn't I stay in my lane? Because you was being greedy. What I mean about greedy, you was allowing your life to be controlled and dictated by someone else's opinion or whatever. That's what you done. That's where you went wrong at. And I can go on and on and on, obviously, if I wanted to. But hey, you get it. Some people, you just have to give it to them basic, simple, and fundamental. Some people, you just can't skyrocket, right? Because they level of comprehension, it's not going to be able to detect that shit. It's not. Lost in the sauce. Y'all done heard that saying before, right? But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on here, share that with y'all from a physical standpoint. God is good. I feel good. I feel great. I thank God for touching the doctors that's been working on me, making sure everything is good. I'm back to the crib, and guess what? Today, well, we got some things to do today. I got some stuff to talk about. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get a little ugly, right? It's gonna get a little ugly. I got an update on this Charlie Kirk situation with his accused killer, Tyler Robinson. Some stuff about Donald Trump that's going on right now. Kamala. Like, man, I got a lot of stuff to talk about, right? So we're gonna figure out how we're not gonna make up for past times, right? But we're gonna figure out how we're gonna balance the day out, because I also have an event that I'm gonna be attending today. So definitely I want to be able to get y'all guys some content in regards to that. And I have another video at some point this morning. It's a longer form video. I'm going to post it. It was one of those fucking weird ass experiences, something that I just, you know, it was dope though at the same time. And I'm going to edit the video and post it. But listen, with that being said, stop taking life for granted, bro. Appreciate the things that you do have, and don't so much be mad about the things that you don't have. Because everybody needs to know and understand, you're going to get your moment. Everybody's going to have their moment in life. Some good and some bad. But I do believe that positivity will always override negativity. Point blank, period. Everybody's going to have their fucking moment. When you get the moment, cherish the moment. Do something with the moment. Because when you see somebody else doing something with their moment, don't criticize them for that. Don't criticize someone else for maximizing or taking advantage of the opportunity and the moment that was given to them. Don't fucking do that. Don't be so rude, right? When you went to school, when you was in class, you had to raise your hand before you spoke. You didn't just blare shit out like, hey, teacher, hey. You had to raise your fucking hand, right? This is nothing no different. Don't try to steal someone else's moment because you done lost out on your own. Like, what the fuck, dude? You lost out on your opportunity. You had a golden opportunity to exceed or to succeed or to do whatever. And you fumbled the ball, right? But now you got this person over here is taking advantage of their fucking moment. They're not fumbling the ball. But then you want to be such criticism or criticizer about it. Like, oh, who the hell are you? How dare you say this? Or how dare you do that? You need to stop this. You need to, no. Stop. 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 So that you allowed yourself to lose the battle in the war, that has nothing to do with me. I didn't play a significant role when it came to your defeatness. As a matter of fact, man didn't defeat you. You defeated yourself. Why? Because you was just so fucking worried about how people's going to look at you, how people's going to perceive you. Oh, if I do this, they might say this. Or if I do that, they might say that. Who cares? It's called life. Everybody's entitled to their own fucking opinions. Don't everybody have a butthole? You feel me? With that being said, guys, y'all stay tuned, stay locked in, and always remember, God first, family second, career third. That part I'm out. Facts. Booyah.